Cheryl, Pup Camper 58, and I think you can see Clover in the back. Dottie's hiding. And we are on our way to spend a little time with our friend Deborah Dickinson. And we are not going to show the way there because Deborah very much values her privacy, and we're going to honor that. So you're going to get stuck for a little while looking at me and Cheryl. We both apologize in advance for that.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh.
It's pretty windy today.
35 mile an hour winds today.
Wow. Gusts.
Gusts, I mean, yeah.
Gusts. Yeah, it's going to start calming down around 2, I think, from what I saw. But who knows how accurate that stuff is.
I hope it's accurate because it's horrible.
And I need to go into town and print a couple things off and get something notarized. And get some more water. And what was the other thing? Oh, I had to pick up the package. What did you drop, Cheryl?
Oh, nothing. I was just looking. I heard my water thermos thingy.
Well, this is empty.
Rolling around.
That's a drink holder right there.
It's all right. It's just a thing full of water. So I can probably put it down here. So it doesn't roll around. It won't fit. It's too big. We'll just lay it down. It'll be fine. Okay, Dottie, is she sitting on your head? Dottie, you're such a good girl.
What is Dottie doing?
She's just laying there.
Oh, my God.
Hi, sweet girl. I love my Dottie.
So we'll get to see their friend Bandito.
Bandito.
We're,
They're going on an adventure today.
It's very windy, but there seem to be a lot of people out and about, a lot of activity.
Yeah, I know. I went to town a little before 11.
Oh, that's right, you did.
And there were plenty of people in town. The DG store was full.
Well, they said, your prescription is ready in Parker.
Oh,
First
you know,
thing this morning.
I got to go pick up my prescriptions tomorrow. You want
can
me
you pick
to
up mine?
Yep,
Yeah,
I sure can.
That'd be great.
Just give me the information I need and to pick it up.
I guess just my date of birth.
Date of birth, yeah.
And you know my name.
Your height, your weight.
Yeah, I think all they need is date of birth and name, right?
Oh, okay.
And they don't need me to put your name on anything, do they?
No, I should be able to pick it up, no problem.
So,
As long as you know the date of birth, you're good. They'll give it to you.
Well, you're going tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm thinking of going tomorrow. Now,
So it's going to be pretty easy for you to remember my date of birth if you're going tomorrow.
I know. Oh, I need to know the year though, but don't share it online unless you want to.
Okay, well.
So you have to give them the full thing, the month, the day, and the year.
My date of birth is pretty easy to find online. You just search for me and it's there. But
okay.
I won't mention it on here. But,
yeah, don't put it on.
Anyone that's been watching my videos can do simple math.
Yep. Yeah, I'll get you. Oh, that's the year my brother was born.
Oh,
You're the same age as my baby brother. That's awesome.
Well,
I can remember that.
What month was he born?
September.
Well, I'm elder to him.
That's right.
He needs to give me some respect.
That's right. I'll tell him that. That'd be easy for me to remember.
What's going on back there?
She gets always gets real nervous, so she pants. She just sits there and pants.
Even in your car? Clover. You think Dottie would
Yeah, she's just shaking. Yeah, she's.
Well, it's not a long trip, Clover.
No, she gets nervous in the car. She loves to go, but the poor little thing, she just pants. If I drive for 7 hours, the poor dog pants for 7 hours.
Really?
Yep. I'm thinking about seeing the vet gave me some medication, but it knocked her out cold, and just made her awfully drugged, and I didn't like that. So I quit giving it to her, but I'd like to try to find something that just would take the edge off.
Well, you know, I got that medication for George. And
Yeah.
pretty much doesn't completely knock them out, but it prevents them from getting sick, which is the
Right.
big deal, and from making noise and really fussing in the car on long trips. But anyway, I'm going to shut this off, and we'll turn it back on when we get settled with Deborah. After we check with her. I didn't even tell her I was going to do a video, so who knows? We'll see. So we are having a little lunch. Cheryl made a salad there, and there, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes.
And we are guests of Deborah Dickinson. Look at her.
You're here.
Look at her beautiful rig here. Check out the woodwork in the ceiling and the countertop. It really is pretty gorgeous in here.
Thank you.
It really is. And she is. What are you making for us, Deborah?
Well, we are celebrating all things Rob today, including your birthday tomorrow. So we're having steak and salad.
And hopefully, I may have to do that.
I think you quit before it ended, I think.
So, we have Dottie, who has taken over Bandit's bed, and we have Clover in Bandit. Clover, hey Clover. And Bandit does not seem to mind that Dottie is taking her bed.
Taking his bed, yes.
Bandit is an excellent host, aren't you, Bando?
He was kind of looking at her like, I think you're in my bed.
He says, I just go over here to Cheryl.
Come on, baby. Come here.
He said, I can't get up there. He says, I've learned I hit my back.
Oh.
I remember, Deborah, the moment I met Bandit. I bet you don't remember, do you?
At Saddle Mountain.
Saddle Mountain, and I drove up, and I'd never met Bandit before, and she let him off leash, and he ran right to
Come on,
me.
Bandit.
Yeah,
That was pretty cool.
He acted like, friend, my long lost friend.
That was in the early days of Bandit. You had to move pretty slow around him
Yeah.
and do not touch him on his little butt.
You know what? I can tell you a story about me and Bandit the
Oh,
first time I
please,
met him.
Please.
It was at Deborah's meetup at Rice Ranch in 2018. And she hadn't had Bandit very long, and he still had some problems from his past life. And he walked right up to me, put his legs up, and I reached down and I picked him up, not knowing
That you weren't supposed
that
to.
I wasn't supposed to do that. Poor Deborah got this like look on her face as if to say, "Oh my God!" But he was, and then I put him down, and he was fine.
And then 20 minutes later, he bit the crap out of Melanie.
Well, most of you listening to this don't know the story of Bandit.
Yeah.
Bandit was started his life in Mexico as, what do you call it, Deborah? Like a bait dog?
Bait dog, they would wrap his little body in Kevlar and lower him in the pit. I saw the pictures. They asked me if I wanted to see the pictures, and I kind of wish I'd have said no, but
Oh my God.
yeah.
So you had a traumatized, very traumatized dog that you had. You guys went through a really hard time in
Year
the
and a
beginning. You actually had to get stitches once,
You
right?
had to wear leather gloves. You had to wear leather
What
gloves.
the garden gloves didn't work. I had to go to welding gloves. Yeah, and I got 3 stitches on this hand right there.
You never know it though. He's a sweetheart now.
Well, it takes dedication and someone that knows what they're doing.
That's right.
You know, so
That's
that's my hat's off to Deborah, being able to save that dog.
To hang
Thank you.
in there.
And I also didn't take him around people for the first 5 months at all, period.
Yeah.
So.
Took a lot of dedication and discipline on your part.
I need some more watchers. I need some more watchers. You thirsty?
Well, Dottie, people don't know this, but Dottie used to fight pit bulls,
Oh, baby.
and she used to go on trips in Africa on safaris. They said she took down a gazelle once. Right, Dottie?
That's because the gazelle was outrunning the lion.
And Clover sells swampland.
Clover, do you have some real estate I can buy?
He has some oceanfront property in Arizona.
That's right.
Oceanfront property in Arizona. I'm interested in that.
Oh, yeah, I know you would be. It's pretty cheap,
The
too.
King made a song out of that.
Check out Deborah's licenses here. There's an old Texas one. Then I don't know where she got this Nevada Area 51 one. That's a novelty item, right? From somewhere. And then a Wyoming, a Longmire plate, a Nomad Land. Is that a signed Nomad Land by anybody?
Signed by Charlene Swing.
And then there's a one she had made in Algodones above that. And then we have the famous Beware of Squirrel. Deborah has problems with squirrels. You know, she'll get going on a project or something or a conversation, and squirrels will just come out of nowhere and distract her. Isn't that how it works, Deborah?
Maybe. Maybe.
For those of you don't know, it's a common thing when someone gets distracted, they act like they're a dog that gets distracted by a squirrel. I had a little dog when I was a boy, a Cairn Terrier, that would go crazy for squirrels.
Clover jumped out of a golf cart when we were camp hosting in a state park, and I was going about 20 miles an hour after a squirrel, and it got her a head over heels tumble on pavement. She's never jumped out of another golf cart.
And the other connection to that saying is, I have two sisters, Margaret and Ann, and instead of the girls, my father called them the squirrels. So they are still the squirrels coming from my brother and I to them. So I smell.
Boy, does it smell good in here.
Yeah, it smells pretty good. So I'm going to shut this off, and we'll see you a little later.
You want to hear my squirrel story?
Yes, I do. I want to hear Deborah's squirrel story.
So in my sticks and bricks, I had a squirrel in my backyard that would come real fast with his back knuckles, and when the squirrel feeder was low on food, and just I mean, so fast, and the dogs would go nuts, Nani and Bentley, and I got to where I could feed him by hand, but when he was little, I couldn't tell if it was male or female, so I named him Bobby, you know, because that could go either way.
Yeah.
But Bobby grew a pair, and it was quite obvious it was a guy. So I had basically a wildlife pet squirrel named Bobby that I could hand feed, and that didn't like to see the bottom of his feeder.
Oh, that's too funny.
That is. Beware of squirrels, gang.
I used to get mad at the squirrels because they always used to empty my bird feeders. No matter, I invested in a really expensive bird feeder that was supposed to repel squirrels, but it didn't work.
Well,
They found out how to swing on it and turn upside down.
wow.
Yeah.
Clover, do you have
A story?
a story about squirrels?
Rob, you want cheese on your salad?
Please. Dottie, how about you? Got any squirrel stories? Bandit?
Do the squirrels bother
Bandit?
you, baby?
Squirrels? Bandit?
He says, "Don't talk to me. There's food in the kitchen."
That's right.
All right. Well, we'll see everybody a little later. Well, here we are in town, and we finished visiting with Deborah, and went into town to run a few errands. I got to see if my package has been delivered, which I'm gonna doubt. I'll probably have to wait until this weekend to get it. Yeah, it hasn't been checked in yet. You got to give them 24 hours they get 600 packages a day.
Phew.
But we're gonna go up to the library. I'm gonna print some stuff out, and then I wanted to go by the senior center and see if I could get a walker. You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, why not?
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, just for when you have your after your surgery.
Yeah.
I was like, for now?
No, I need to get it before the
Okay.
surgery.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, probably. Frank said I'd need it for 2 or 3 days at the most.
Yep.
And just for that's if I even want to go outside and walk the first few days,
You might not.
because there's no way I can use it inside the trailer. There's not enough room.
Yeah. Well, we'll be taking care of Dottie for first few days. We'll be walking Dottie. What's in the back of that truck?
What is that? A boat? It's a
Oh,
boat.
it's a boat. It's a
It's a
speedboat.
big boat
I've never seen one transported like that.
on its
Up
side.
On its side.
That's.
Yeah.
I guess it's pretty wide, maybe too wide.
Too wide for the street.
But boy, if that was my expensive boat, I'd be nervous about that.
That's for sure.
All right, so we got to flip this around. People are like, "You're not showing me the road. You're not.
We
I
wanna
want to see the
town. We
road."
don't want to see you.
I forgot. Sorry. But this is where we turn to go to the library where Discount Solar is. And they're closed.
If they're
4
closed
o'clock?
for the season.
I don't think so. It's 4 o'clock.
Oh, they're probably
And
closed for the day.
the library is open until 6, so we got time there. Debbie, so what you didn't see is I had a thumb drive with the 2 files on it, and I lost it. And Deborah was able to get a thumb drive, and she showed me how to airdrop my files to her, to her PC. She was able to duplicate it, so I got saved.
Yes.
The police department. It's amazing how many, that's a big looking police department for a small town, but they gotta be big in the winter.
Yeah. Dottie, she is sitting on top of you. Practically.
Is it calming her down? Or
Well, I don't know. She's still panting, but they're leaning right up against each other. I guess Dottie's got plenty of room. If she wanted to move, she could. You're such a good sport to put up with her. Such a patient dog.
all right, I'll be back.
All right, I'll sit with the girls.
I just went to the library and I had them scan my print out my documents, and then I signed them and they scanned them and saved it to my thumb drive. And they go, well, we don't charge for that. So I donated $5 to the library. They do so much here for people for free.
Jeez.
It's pretty amazing. So if you do come in here and you use their services,
Make a donation.
make a donation if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, don't. We got you covered. Those of us that can afford to donate, we'll do that, so people that don't have the money can get these things done.
Sure.
It's important. So, we're not going to be picking up any mail today. But what did I say I needed to do?
You needed water.
You know what? Yeah, I guess I should go get the water. What the hell? I was going to skip it, but I might as well get it. That's attitude is what led me to running out of water.
Yeah, I do the same thing, Rob. I procrastinate. thinking, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. And then I go to flush the toilet and the pump makes a funny noise as
Yeah,
if to
yeah,
say,
that's
hello,
what happens to
there's
me.
no water here.
So we're gonna go to my favorite little water place.
I got water a day before yesterday. Mainly because that stuff, those things are so expensive.
I think that's why they do it, for people that can't afford it. But I'm sure, you know, you use it for a couple days and you give it back and it goes to somebody else. What'd you do with my money?
What money?
All my quarters.
Oh. I spent it. I went shopping. Jeez. I'm going, what? The money you gave me to get your prescription?
No.
It's in my pocket.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, Dottie. Hey, guys. What's going on? Just put what, Dottie? So, that is it for today. I'm heading back home, and actually, I was going to say you might enjoy the drive because the sun's setting, but it's not that close to setting. So we're going to end it right here. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I know Cheryl appreciates it. Pup
Yes.
Camper 58. Subscribe now.
I appreciate all of you.
See everybody tomorrow.